Fan Frenzy is where we're at. Fan Frenzy, where the fans take control of the conversation. In our opening question for the main body of the episode, Sam had mentioned that we took offence to his ordering of people. And I can't find a problem with it. It must have been the fact that he chose Lando for the 3 points, which is absolutely ridiculous.
That's
but
right.
he did say, as long as they're his choices and as long as he justifies them, that's okay. And I'm with him on that. I just thought he must have made a mistake with his numbers, but that was somebody else. So anyway, well, just a nice little clarification, which we said we would do. Tristan, who have we got? I've thrown you under the bus.
You haven't.
I've gone early.
You haven't.
Excellent.
The bus. Nat Pollard.
Mm-hmm.
Nat kicks us off nice and early. Race ranking of 8 out of 10. Do love a race in Spa. Her favourite track.
I'm with you.
3 to George. Nailed the tyre strategy but got robbed by his team, stuffing up the weight. 2 to Oscar. Great follow-up for his maiden win. And 1 to Lewis, keeping his good form going. Dud of the day. Engine penalty. 60 places for Yuki. Just call it the back of the grid.
Yeah.
I like that. I thought Yuki was funny in his response, saying, well, considering I'm starting from Zandvoort, I should do all right. That was good.
Not bad.
He's funny.
Yeah. Well, you got to keep on adding them up because in case somebody else has all those engine penalties, back in the bad old days, when there were lots of engine penalties, you would have to be able to keep track of who has the most. And
yeah, that's very true.
when they're applied, so that's why. But I'm with you.
Yeah.
It does seem ridiculous.
Hero of the hour, Oscar's front jack.
Oh
man.
yeah, he hit that man hard.
He did. Good on him though. That's what he's there for.
It is.
That's what he's there for.
Good bravery.
Question: how's that call on Dan replacing Checo over the break going for you? Oh, laughing emoji. Isn't that getting stuck into us here?
Yeah, I like it. That good.
3 hours ago. 3 hours ago. So she's waited, hold on to it,
and then gone.
and bang, just an absolute drive-by.
Thoughts?
It's kind of right, Nat. I haven't seen anything official, so
I'm with you on that.
emoji right back
I
at you.
somewhat still expect something to happen.
Emoji right back at you, mate.
And Nat, tell me, do you find it astounding that this is what they're going with? I'm interested.
Yeah,
I'm
interesting.
interested. Next one.
Next one is Sam Pearsall. 3 points to Hamilton. It was originally Russell, but, otherwise Hamilton did well to close the gap considering Russell's car was underweight. He managed his race well to keep in front of arguably the best car on the grid. 2 points to Piastri. Held it together with tyre life and strategy on a track that is hard on tyres. Just another building block for next year.
I agree with those two. They're good comments
And
so
one
far.
to Ocon. In a horrid week for Alpine, with famine and Renault engines ceasing to exist, he converted his news of signing with Haas into a statement as to why they signed him. Not his biggest fan, but you have to admit that was a maximum effort from him. Don't mind that, Sam. Great point there. Dud of the day. Nothing really strikes me as a dud of the day on track. We talked about that in the main one. I found it really difficult. Perez going backwards isn't great. Verstappen didn't charge through the field, and Ricciardo's strategy was a bit off at times. Maybe Haas, thanks to Simon Blackburn's comments. So, under the radar, I don't think I saw a single TV shot of them. It's a good point. Question: with everything happening at Alpine, Sauber, Audi, retrospectively, should the current teams have been evaluated that they actually add to the F1 franchise before Haas decisions were made against Andretti, Cadillac, and the other 3 applying teams? With high-tech potentially being able to take over Alpine, depending on how you read the rumours, is that unfair to Cadillac? I don't think high-tech is big enough to be able to sustain an Alpine overhaul. So I don't know about that one, Sam.
I mean, Cadillac has the opportunity to go and buy Alpine if that's what they...
And they do have the green light once the regs change. So, I don't know. I don't know that you need to evaluate year on year because, at that case, if I'm going to evaluate someone right now, I'd be kicking out Williams. 12 months ago, I'd be kicking out Haas. And you'd probably be kicking out Sauber straight away.
But that's the problem. We might have kicked out Haas, and look what they've produced
Well,
this year.
and that's it. So,
and
no, I'm not sure about
it. Doesn't work that way anyway, does it?
Yeah.
Like, you don't kick out teams.
No.
Teams are a part of the sport, and you can't be threatening to do that because they need that solid grounding to be able to build upon.
That's exactly right. It's probably more you can't invite teams to come in, then get some teams interested, and then say no thanks. You
Yeah.
can't be doing that. That's why Hypercar is being so successful. Jeff Byron, hang on. Hamilton started third and finished the race second. Nothing outstanding about that effort. George's car was 0.2% overweight. Against the rules, yes, but that didn't prevent Hamilton getting in front. And George's strategy and performance was outstanding.
I'm not sure that this is a platform for just.
I think it's just
with no
a
question.
smattering of
There is
random statements.
Listen, Dad, there's a format here. That's right. There's a format here. You need a 3, 2, and 1. You might give us a driver rating, a date of the day, not just your general ideas on what's happened.
It's a real sort of, you know, those people who start a conversation in the middle of the conversation,
Yeah.
and then while you're
Well,
listening to them,
I think what it's actually happened.
I think
here
that's
is-
what's happened.
I think he's responding to Sam's 3, 2, and 1.
I don't know about that. It's very sketchy, and then you've got to catch yourself. Go, hang on. Can you go back to the start, please? It's taken me a minute to realise you've been
There
through
is a
your
format.
conversation.
Stick to it.
That's right. He's just stuff. He's just stuff that I'm going to type. It's a very like.
It's funny because I actually got a message of a range of these things,
Oh.
but one of them's managed to make it into Fan Frenzy.
And you know when relatives use social media on Facebook and they introduce themselves? Hi, it's Sandy, your auntie. How was the weekend? Like, it's like that.
I like it.
Yeah.
But
Rough.
anyway, there's a format.
There's-
If you want to add your ideas, there's a format for this.
Yes. You sort that out off air. Matthew Roberts, race 9 until the disqualification. Excuse me, now a 7. 3 to Hamilton, just a great drive. Seems to have found his spark again. Shame he couldn't pass GR on track. 2 to Oscar, managed his tyres well, and again, another solid drive, and was close to taking it all. And 1 to Danny Rick, getting the points, and hopefully takes Checo's seat after the break. Don't tell Nat, Matthew, she'll be giving you drive-bys on the way through. Duds, Checo, sorry chap, it's time for you to go. Starting on the front row and finishing mid-table isn't on in a Red Bull. Hero, Oscar's Jackman. Yep. Need we say more? Mention George Russell's. Shame about the disqualification, but rules are rules. I'll be having words with my team to see why it would have been underweight when the fuel is drained. And a question. With the Merc seat still open for next season, would you put a seasoned driver like Sainz or gamble with Antonelli? Well, that question's been answered for us.
Poor old,
Hasn't it, Matthew?
Poor old Matt. He went nice and early.
22 hours ago, so a bit too early for that one.
Only a couple of hours.
The signing did you in there, Matt. So, yeah, question answered there. Shane Freer, question 1. Well, he's gone reverse order here from Shane. Question 1. What was the biggest race that occurred over the weekend?
Yeah, good point.
Oh, yeah, good point. I was thinking that. Was it our race? It's probably our race.
Yeah, of course it was.
that Shane?
Just for everyone's wondering
Was that
what
Shane
Shane's
just getting
talking
stuck
about.
in
Shane's
his
one of my colleagues, and
Yeah.
our race team.
He's your
took-
front jack man, isn't he?
He is. He's got the bravery. He's got
No
the
one hit
energy.
him, though.
Yeah, well, he's too quick, nimble, even though he's getting a bit older.
I'll organise.
Yeah, so we did take his on. Who won?
Yeah, you won. You always win.
Ah,
That's what I said to you. You always win.
Go team.
You might as well call ahead in a month's time and just have your trophy delivered here.
Well, we've got to work on this trophy thing, don't we? We need different types of trophies for different races. My trophy cabinet looks...
Oh, I'm in no danger of winning anything at the moment. That's for sure. Question 2. With over 5 seconds lead in younger tyres than Russell, should have McLaren tried a one-stop on Oscar? Maybe.
Well, in
Maybe.
hindsight...
That final pit stop probably cost him those 2
in
seconds,
hindsight,
didn't it? Yeah.
yes. They should have tried it. But yeah, it wasn't really looking like it was on for a long time.
No. 3 to Oscar, another great drive. 2 to George. Yeah, I know he was disqualified, but geez, he drove well. Would have been 3 if not disqualified. And 1 to Lewis. Mercedes for letting them race. Honourable mention there. Perez start of the day. 1 RB starting DR on softs and then going to mediums. 2, all the people who just vote for their driver well before the finish. How people had Lewis winning driver of the day over George at the finish was stupid. Couldn't agree more. And Simon Blackburn this week, race ranking of 8 out of 10. For a race with DRS trains and not many overtakes, it proved very engaging through strategy. Driver of the day, Haas. Unfortunately for a team on the up, they didn't really get to deliver at Spa. It's probably a bit harsh, I reckon, there.
He's gone
Simon,
big on him, hasn't he?
they've been the absolute heroes of the season, in my book. Hero of the hour, McLaren's front jack for absorbing a lot of Oscar's overshoot in the pits. I need to go back and watch this because it didn't really ring a bell for me.
Oh, really?
No, it didn't. I must have missed it.
Oh,
I couldn't. I'll have to
he
go
even
back.
had a sore neck. I
Did
don't
he
know whether
really?
it was because the jack handle hit him in the neck or it was just the
Okay.
jolt of it. It was
Alright.
a good hit.
Oh, I'm going to have to go back and have a look at this because it is not registered with me. Driver votes 3. Aside from nearly killing McLaren's front jack man, Oscar pulled off a great drive and came very, very close to what could have been an epic battle with one more lap. 2 to Lewis for going against expectations to get what actually become the win on a 2-stopper. And 1 to George for...
Hang on. Whoa.
Yeah.
Let's just talk that through.
All right, let's go through.
Lewis for going against expectations and pulling off a 2-stopper. Didn't everyone pull off a 2-stopper other than George?
I thought most people did, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. 1 to George for taking a risk on the 1-stop and executing it well until disqualified. Question. With F1 on break, what other sports have your attention? AFL. Go Lions. Simon, I'm a Collingwood supporter.
You went out talking.
So
I'm
Pies.
I'm a Bomber supporter.
Go
So
Pies,
when's the cricket
Simon.
start?
And how did you go at the end of last year, Simon? Hey? Dear Simon, my brother is a Brisbane Lions supporter. Don't ask me why, because we're all from Victoria.
Yeah, that's true.
And
The other one, isn't the other one like somewhere else?
West Coast.
West Coast.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
strange.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, I love AFL, but I don't know. I'm alright with the Pies being down, am I? I say that every week and I'm so angry
Yeah,
on
it's
Saturday
fine.
and Sunday.
I don't want the
It's
Bombers to
fine.
win
I'm a
either.
bit like George being disqualified. Yeah, it's fine. You're up and about the footy about a month ago, weren't you?
Oh, sure was.
We just chat about it and you're like, yeah, well, we're second. Well, you're about to be down where we are at the
Yeah.
moment. Anyway,
What
Lions
are you
on-
going to be doing?
What am I
Instead
going to
of-
be doing?
Instead of Formula One?
Yeah, just the usual, like WEC, stuff like that. Just catch up on that, I think,
Mhm.
will be the go. I know, Olympics are on.
Yeah, I'm going to
Not even
embrace
the
the
Olympics.
Olympics.
Okay.
I'm not massive on it.
I like the cycling.
Crazily,
I
but-
enjoy watching the cycling.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And I
Yeah.
like the swimming, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm watching the swimming at the moment, but the rest of it I can give or take.
No, I'm going to embrace the Olympics while it's on, but
Yeah,
it'll get me there.
yeah. No, good on you, Simon, for being a Lions supporter. They're doing very, very well, but yeah, go Pies.
Yeah, nice one. Very good. Oh, well, we'll be on a little break, but we'll see how we go. Might get something up over the break.
I'm
and
sure we will.
then, I'm not so sure. We'll see how we travel, but yeah. Until then, goodbye now, and thank you very much for all your questions for the first half of the season. Bye-bye.